52, 59, Moore, Willie. Oh, and my wife, she gonna tape us because every Sunday I do a recap of what's going on in our community, and I share it with my constituents. You recording? Yeah. Okay. And I share it with my constituents. So that's why I wanted to tell you to hold up, because see, you got some good ideas, and I want to share some questions with you. Now, you were just talking about the situation with money and all this stuff, and the people hurting in America. Now, you know about the unemployment insurance that they're supposed to be extending in America today to help millions and millions of people that are unemployed. They're supposed to be extending that $600 fee. Now, let me ask you this. Now, any intelligent person should be able to answer this real good, and I know y'all intelligent. If you elect me in November, okay, you elect me in November and I win and I represent you, you voted for me, right?
That's right.
You voted for me to go to Washington to represent you and your interests, right?
Exactly.
So that means I got to go to Washington and vote for things that are going to be representative of what you all want in this district.
Right.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now here's my question. Why is it then? You just said it. There's a pandemic and pandemonium going on in our community right now. People getting sick, people getting laid off, people getting evicted, people losing their house, all this stuff. The government, the United States House of Representatives, passed what they call the Heroes Cares Act, which was supposed to extend the $600 unemployment payment. The Republicans want to cut it in half to $400, maybe $200. It ended this past Friday. Now, you just said earlier, should I win in November, you want me to go to Washington and vote for your best interest. Why is it then that the congressperson that's representing us now in this seat for 48 years, in this seat since 1972, and I'm running the unseat, she didn't even go to Washington to vote for the extension?
Oh, for real?
No, for real. How do you feel about that? I mean, when you're talking about people, livelihoods are being lost, houses are being lost. They need that little extra money. They're not asking for no handout. You telling folks to stay at home.
Right.
They can't go to work.
Yeah,
they need the money.
They need the money.
She didn't even go there and vote for the money twice. Even though the House passed the bill, she didn't go there and vote. They even gave her an option to say, you can mail it in by proxy.
Okay.
She didn't even get it in the mail on time by proxy. Do you think that's fair representation?
No, that's not fair.
How do you feel about that?
That is not fair representation.
Tell me how you feel about it.
This is what I think. I think that after all that we've been going through, this has been going on since March 2020. This is what I remember. My granddaughter was a 2020 graduate.
Okay.
School stopped for her. March the 6th.
Okay.
2020.
Okay.
I ain't seen my baby. She's going off to school.
Okay.
We need the money.
We need the money.
We need the money.
So did she do right by not going to Washington and not voting?
No, she did not. She should have voted, and if she had an opportunity to do it by mail, the same way I did,
like you told me.
Mail it in.
On time.
Mail it in. Yes, mail it in. What's wrong with that? If the mail can bring me a stimulus check, if the mail can bring me even this, how come the mail couldn't take my vote to get me a stimulus check? Makes sense to me.
So what should happen to her in a time of critical need like this? She 84 years old.
She should be dismissed.
Oh, you think she should be dismissed?
Voted out.
For real?
Voted out. Yes. For real. 84 years old. She should know she's in that group that could be in the same position we're in. She could be in that group. I don't know who she is, but what I know is that she's not suffering like we suffer. We're suffering.
She should have been there to vote for that 600, huh?
She should have been there to vote for the 600.
Well,
been there to vote for the 600. Not no decline in it. The 600 is really keeping us afloat as far as the economy. Otherwise, we wouldn't be at Walmart. If we weren't getting any money, that would be, you couldn't leave the house. You couldn't eat. You couldn't do anything. You can't pay the rent. Come on, y'all. We're gonna do better. We can't do anything about the virus except try to wait on vaccine and follow orders. But money makes the economy move, continue to move. It's real simple.
Come over here right quick. I'm gonna ask you one more question. Hold that one right quick. No, okay, get me in there with him when I ask this question. So, you can look at me. So, based on what you got me in there?
Yeah.
So, based on what you just said, what would you say, and I'm gonna tell you her name, what would you say to Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson, knowing what she did not do to support the people in her own district and America? Because she's not just representing District 30, she represents all America too. What would you say to her?
I am so disappointed to hear that name called. I am very disappointed right now.
It's a surprise, ain't it?
Yes,
Because you know that name.
Yes.
You know that name.
That just broke my heart.
You know that name.
Wow. For you to not want to represent us? Wow. Amazing. So,
Now,
Miss
that's the truth.
Bernice, Miss Eddie Bernice, what I would ask you to do for the voters, for the citizens of the Dallas, Texas, that you're representing, could you please figure out a way to go vote, to make it happen? We're struggling out here. Wow, I can't believe it. Thank you. I'm hurt. I am hurt. She would do that? She wouldn't do that. A simple yes. Check the yes. Check the yes.
Didn't happen. She didn't even get up out the bed and go.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna show you one last thing, and I promise I'm gonna let you go. Show you I ain't